Hi and welcome to Take Time to Create. Today we're going to make some Mickey Mouse ears using these roses I found at the dollar store. They're for Halloween. I'm going to Disney World in just a few weeks and I need some new Mickey ears. And I saw these roses at the dollar store, these eyeballs, and I thought these will be perfect for Disney Mickey ears. So stick around and let's make some. What you're going to need is a headband, and I found a whole package of these headbands, and it's got like a satin wrap around it, and I found these on eBay, and I got a pack of them, and they weren't very expensive. Now, normally, if it was a different color, if I was working with purple or, red or a different color, I would take ribbon and wrap it around the headband to match it and make it coordinate a little better, but since I'm working with black, I'm going to leave it black. You also need a template for the Mickey ears, and I found this template online, and I'll have a link to it down below. And so you just cut out the template. All right, so once you have your template cut out and you've got your roses here, so what you're going to need to do is cut out a few other pieces. So I have some felt here, just black felt, because this will be the layer that is right next to the roses. So you want to have a matching color. If I was using red roses, I would have red felt. If I was using purple roses, I would have purple felt. What's on the inside doesn't matter as much, but the outside layer right before the roses does matter. We're going to match up two ends like this. And I'm going to attempt to cut them out at the same time, but if that doesn't work, then I can cut them out one at a time. I lay my template down, and all I have is a white marker. If you have, a sewing marker or chalk would work or anything like that. Lots of different options. So just cut out your ears, and this will go on the inside. I'll fold them the opposite way on the inside. I love making Mickey ears because then you have your own, they're customized. Nobody else in the park has the same ears as you. I just love it. It is so much fun. All right, so now I'm going to cut out the two ears. Get rid of move the extra. Lots more for lots more projects. While this is going on, I have my hot glue gun heating up because that's what we'll do to adhere the flowers to the ears, is we will use hot glue. All right, so now I have the two felt pieces already cut out, and let's see, this is what they'll look like. Now, when you are assembling your Mickey ears, you don't want them too close together. You don't want your ears up here like this. That's not going to look good at all. So you want to push your ears away. Now, it might look a little silly before you completely assemble it, but when you stretch it out and have it on your head, mouse ears are on the side. So we will work with it like that. A little bit on the side. We want to make sure it's even. I'm just placing things right now. Now, you can glue it like this, which will be okay, but the flowers are pretty substantial. When I'm doing Mickey ears with flowers or something substantial, I like to use this thick foam, and I just got some of this at a craft supply store, and I like to put this thick foam on the inside. So what I'll do is I'll cut out two of these, and I will cut them out in the same size as just this ear right here. So now I have the innards cut out, and I'm just going to make sure this is nice and flat. And I have my outers cut up, and I just need to make sure it all kind of goes together. Now, when you tip it up, you can see the white. It looks like an Oreo. And you can see the white now, but what we're going to do is we're going to add some ribbon to help hide that. And we'll push that down a little bit, trim it up, and make it all match and look really good. Now, as you glue, don't worry if things aren't exactly perfect. You just want things similar in size and similar in shape. And if things aren't exactly perfect, that's okay. You'll have a lot of flowers going on and nobody is really going to notice. All they're going to notice is that you have really awesome Mickey ears, ones that you can't buy anywhere because they look different from everybody's. Now, this pair, the template is a little longer than the ears. So I'm just adding a little brace in between the two. Then I will bring this up, and this is too long. All right, so once you have everything glued down, and make sure you lift it up like this so that you know that everything is secured. And I ended up putting some extra foam in there just to support it some more. It just needed a little more. So make sure it's fully supported and it feels really strong before you move on to the next step. Now, we've got the Oreo look here, and that's not what we're going for. We want the dark, black, spooky look, sort of, with Mickey ears. So I just have some ribbon that I just had in my stash, and you can find this at any craft store. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue, and I am going to glue around the edge. Now, you want to finagle with your ears, and you want to trim them if they need to, and just make sure that they all look really good. Make sure they're kind of even on size. Make sure nothing's sticking out or looking weird. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hot glue, and I am just going to run a bead of glue and hot glue some ribbon just to hide that white. Careful, it is hot, and we all know that I do love to burn myself with the hot glue. Me and hot glue. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on to the next step. So now we have the ears done, and when making Mickey ears, it's all about the details. You really want to pay attention to the details. And I have some white here, and it's going to show up. And I'm just going to take a black marker, color in that white, try to hide it a little bit. You won't see much by the time we get all of the roses on and all the details. You probably won't see it, but right now you can see it. And like I said, it's all about the details, making a really cool pair of ears. Now we get to add the roses. Now each bundle of the eyeball roses, let me grab one. Each bundle of eyeball roses comes with 3 eyeball roses and looks like 2 plain roses. There are some spiders, and there's some of these twiggy things, and there are leaves. So the good thing about the dollar store roses is that they just pop right off. So it's nice and easy. So I thought each ear should have 3 eyeballs. And, oh, there's my third one. And I'm just kind of placing them, and they're kind of sticking up. So I want to see if I can flatten these out. And I can take off this little bit here. And I just have a pair of clippers here. And I'm just going to try to make them as flat as possible. They won't be super duper flat, but I think it'll help things. And then we just glue it down. Now, when I make Mickey ears, and like I said, it's all about the details. When I do Mickey ears, I do the front and the back so that you can see my design coming and going. Now, a lot of people I know that just do the front, which is just fine. If that's all you have, or you can't find more things, or you run out of time, or you just don't want to, that's okay. Then just do one side. Otherwise, go for it. Do both sides. All I do is I just take some hot glue, put a big pile on, and I'm just going to glue it down and hold it for a second because you want to make sure it adheres really well. And I'm just going to leave on that plastic part. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. And watch this channel, subscribe, and if you have the notification bell, make sure you click on that because I will be doing more Mickey ears. I will be down at Disney World for a few days. I'm going to the Crochet Crowd Wish Upon a Stitch. So I will be crocheting at Disney World for a few days, and I am so excited. So make sure you press that notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload more videos because I will be doing more ears. I want to have a different pair for every day that I'm at Disney World. I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things to do when I go to Disney World is to have a different pair of ears every day. All right, so now I just have the plain roses. I'm going to add those and some of these little spots here and there. Press that down, getting this nice and full. I'll do one up here, and I want to make each of the ears identical as well. So I will be repeating this pattern on all of the ears. When I'm all done, I'll let you know how many bundles. I think I bought 8 bundles total, maybe more, but I'll let you know when it's all done how many bundles it takes so that you don't overbuy on the roses. Oh, that's looking so cute. Look at that. Look how cute that is. So now we've got some spots. So if you look right here, we have some empty spots. And what I'm going to do in those empty spots, I think I'll add a rose to start. All right, we'll add a little rose. If you want to have all roses with all eyeballs, that would look really cool too. My dollar store just didn't have enough eyeball roses, so I thought it'd be fun just to have a few peeking out here and there. Oh, that looks so cool. All right, so now I have all the sides, lots and lots of roses everywhere. This is looking so cool. So now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to add the twigs. I'm going to add a couple branches of twigs in each set, in each side of ears. Just kind of nestle them in there. And that just adds even more detail. Lots of glue. You want to really make sure it holds up, because you want it to hold up all day at Disney. And then I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to add a couple more on this side. And then once it's dried overnight, then I'll come back and I will shake it, and I'll walk around with it, and I'll make sure everything is glued nice and tight. Make sure everything is really secure, so it'll be a good day at Disney where I won't be leaving a trail of roses as I walk. In addition to the glue that I mentioned, that I always bring a little extra glue, I also bring some spare roses. And I only use 6 bundles of roses, and so I have 2 bundles left over. You can kind of see that. So I will take a bundle with me. I will use it for my spares, just in case some roses fall off, in case I need to put some more on, whatever happens. And they don't take up much room in my suitcase, but you just want to make sure. But since I only wear one different Disney ears every day, and I'll have a new one for the next day, if some roses fall off, that's okay. So now I'm just going to add a spider here and there, because, well, you just can't have the flowers without a couple spiders. I'll add a spider on each of the ears, on each side. And then I am going to let these dry, and then in the morning I will come back, make sure, shake it all out, and make sure that they are good to go. All right, so I did find some combs in my stash, and I just have a hair comb because they're a little slippery. They're not heavy, this set, but it will tend to slide if you're not careful. So all I'm doing is just putting a bead of glue, and then in the edge here where the arches, so I'm just matching it up and just pressing on the glue, so that'll help stick it to my head. That'll help keep it on throughout the day. Like I said, this is a big, bold look. These ears are definitely a statement piece. If they're a little bold for what you like to do, if they're going to be too much for you, the roses here, you can disassemble the giant eyeball rose and just keep a couple petals around and really bring the look smaller. But if you don't mind a big bold look to really show your Disney pride for Halloween, then this is perfect for you. So there you go. This is how you make some eyeball Halloween floral Mickey ears. You're ready to go for the not so scary Mickey party, and you will be the hit of the party at Disney World. Thank you so much for watching. As always, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more DIY projects. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and on my blog. Thanks again, and I will see you guys next time.